I want to share with you the 3 biggest things that I learned by making $46,000 in commission this month. Hi, my name is Walter. I work for Remax. And if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel as I work really hard on creating interesting real estate videos all the time. So before I get into what I learned by making $46,000 this past month, I want to take you back to what I was going through or what was happening in my life as I was going into the month of February. So going into February, things were looking pretty bad in my business. Things were looking so bad that I even had a few conversations with my wife about having to go get a real job if things didn't turn around pretty soon. So before having to go get a real job, I decided to drive for Uber Eats part-time just to have some source of income coming in. I drove for about 2 or 3 weeks, maybe 15 to 20 hours a week to generate some income. And on one of those trips, I received an offer for a property that I'm selling. I thought to myself, I could continue to drive for another 2 to 3 hours and make another $40 to $50, or I can stop driving right now, get on the phone, call the client, and potentially put together a sale that's gonna pay me $19,000. That's when I realized it's probably better for me to stay focused on building my business as opposed to trying to do 2 things at once. So that's where I was at the beginning of February, looking for another source of income, because after 15 years of only selling real estate, I felt the financial pressure of having to produce income doing something else. Let me just say, I'm eternally grateful to all my clients for trusting me to help them with their real estate needs. So I was able to put 4 properties into contract this month, and these are the main lessons that I learned. The first lesson came from just following up with one of my leads. I was copying and pasting text messages to my database, and one of the leads responded. She said, Walter, my property was in contract. It just fell out of contract. The buyer couldn't get a mortgage, and I need to put my property back on the market, and I want you to sell it for me this time. So for me, what I learned from that is that technology is playing a bigger and bigger role in my industry. And it's important for me to find the right balance of embracing technology without getting lost in it. Because to me, technology is kind of like a double-edged sword. I have to learn how to use technology to help me grow my business, and never forgetting that I'm still in the people business, because helping my clients is what's really important at the end of the day. So let me ask you a question. How do you see technology affecting your industry? I'd love to hear from you, so write down in the comment section. For me, I'm seeing a lot more automation. I'm seeing artificial intelligence being used, and I'm watching as social media continues to grow in importance. So I'd love to hear more from you. So write down your thoughts in the comment section. The next lesson that I learned came during a listing appointment, where towards the end of the appointment, the homeowner asked me if I knew why she ended up picking me as a real estate agent. She said she enjoyed getting my emails. So for the past 6 or 7 months, I've been writing more personal emails to my database. These emails tell personal stories about me. I'm trying to be more authentic in my communication and letting people know what's really happening in my life. So she appreciated the email so much that she said, Walter, you're my guy, you're gonna list my house. So I'm also realizing that being authentic is super important in business going forward. So for any of you guys that wanna read what these emails say, it's just personal emails about my life, my family, what's going on in my world. I'm posting these emails up as blog posts up on my website. So if you go there, you'll be able to read a couple of them. And the final lesson I learned came from my brother, Andy. Andy and I work together. He also sells real estate with me. The way my brain works and the way his brain works are complete opposites. The best example I can give you would be the example of Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla. These were 2 inventors back in the late 1800s. The way Thomas Edison's brain worked was very similar to mine. He wanted to try a million different experiments until he found the one that worked. And that's how my brain works. I try too many things. I have too many things on my plate, too many projects. And Andy's brain works the complete opposite. His brain works like Nikola Tesla's. It would infuriate Nikola Tesla to have to work for Thomas Edison, because he could look at the problem, figure out one solution, and just go directly to solving the problem. So these 2 inventors, they were the best inventors of their time, would butt heads all the time. And I know that Andy and I have had many difficult conversations. We've had many, arguments and disagreements in the past. But as time goes by, I've also learned to appreciate people that think differently than you. So that was the final lesson that I learned. It's important to keep people in my life that think differently, because people that think differently are going to challenge you and they're going to force you to come up with better answers to your questions. I wanted to add one more thing to this video. I've felt extremely unlucky about my business over the past few months. Not putting together any sales into contract over the last few months has been very stressful for me. But I would keep reminding myself of something that I learned from one of my mentors. He would say you're never as bad as you think you are at your lowest moments, and you're never as good as you think you are at your highest moments. And I think that's what kept me going, knowing that at some point my luck would have to turn around. I hope that helps you. And that's it, guys. Those are the 3 biggest lessons that I learned from putting together 4 transactions, making $46,000 in commission this past February. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel as I work on putting up good real estate information all the time. Thanks so much. Let's talk soon.